to me is giving people information they can see anywhere else. Anyone? Yes.
Out of all the episodes that you've written jokes for in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series so far, which do you think was the easiest to make fun of?
The easiest thing in the show to make fun of in every episode of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Every episode you've done so far.
Oh, that's a good question. I actually think Marek in general is very easy to make fun of. There's a few things that I wish were easier to make fun of because I thought that it would be like shooting fish in a barrel, but then I came to it and I was like, wow, I really kind of misstepped with that. One of those things was Bakura with the first time Yami Bakura shows up in the main series and he like has all the characters playing as the dual monsters. I feel like I dropped the ball on that one big time. I don't know, I mean, but also the bit where Kaiba is standing on the edge of the roof and he's like, I'm going to kill myself. He's like, okay. I really kind of wanted to do more with that, but it kind of fell flat because there's a, and this is me dissing myself right now. I think this was really badly written. Taya says, no, don't, he might survive. And it's like, why would that stop you from trying? That's a really badly written joke. But things that were easiest to make fun of. When Marek and Bakura interact, there's just no end to what I could write. Looks like I'm dreaming about my fangirls again or something like that. What? What? Yeah, all that stuff. Yes.
Did Lanny Patalia give the Yoshi Piccolo shirt?
No, well, it was technically all of them. They all gave me the shirt because it was at YomaCon 2010. Did they unveil a Piccology shirt?
I think they did, yeah.
Yeah, at Yoga 2010 they unveiled that shirt and I got to, because they're friends of mine, they just said, you can have a free one. And then I also got a Space Australia shirt and I think I got the other one. What was the other one?
Space Duck?
I think I got the Space Duck, yeah, but I think they'd run out of Muffin Button.
Yeah, at that time.
Yeah, Muffin Button was very popular, but it wasn't technically Lanny, but I guess he was there. So, but I do love the Piccoloshi shirt. It's probably my favorite Piccolo shirt. It's really awesome. Yes, what would the growth?
Who's the most satisfying character do you reckon that you impersonate in Yu-Gi-Oh! For you?
The most satisfying to impersonate.
The one that you enjoy most becoming.
Well, if we're talking about in Yu-Gi-Oh, I don't know, but in general, I think Frieza is probably my favorite.
Oh, yes.
As far as actual acting goes, because I feel like I'm actually, creating a character and rather than just imitating somebody else. I don't know much about Dragon Ball Z, but I looked at Frieza, I'm like, he's terrifying. He's like the Emperor of Space. I'm just going to play him like Mokuba and Bakura had a baby. But he's a lot of fun, and people have told me that you're my favorite Frieza, and I'm like, really? And they're like, yeah, and I'm like, I don't know if that speaks volumes for the other Friezas. I do have a lot of fun with that character. He's really fun to play around with.
You are an excellent Frieza.
Oh,
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
But as for Yu-Gi-Oh, I mean, I used to enjoy Tristan a lot, but he's kind of become like a inconsequential character recently.
Wasn't he always that way?
I wore a suit of armor, man. I don't know. I mean, Yami is a lot of fun because he's very confident and sexy.
He looks damn good in a tutu.
Have you seen the pictures? I have better legs than you. He's a lot of fun. Yugi is also fun because he's a jerk. It's always fun to be a jerk. It's true. Just ask Square I'm taking my own grave. Please don't upload that button, please. He will see it and he will genuinely kill me. Try to do Shinji so he'll just run away.
He doesn't run away!
We shouldn't do this. We shouldn't do this. Just talk about how Naruto sucks. So anybody else? Way in the back in the middle.
How are you going to portray the Super Saiyan scene in DBZ Bridge? Or do you have any idea how you're going to
Master Coach, do you have any idea how they're going to portray it? You mean Frieza or because I don't?
As in both of the whole thing with them.
Well, I don't actually write for the show.
Oh.
I'm actually just a voice actor for them. I do the narrator and producer, so I can't, in all honesty, comment on how they're going to handle any of the scenes. But Marco, do you have any information? Do you want to come up and talk?
Well, I don't really know much else really. They've
Right.
been keeping it secret. But I think just to almost kind of like see how I would take it. But I think it's not quite sure about how it's going.
I do have some information. I remember they actually told me one of the jokes. Do you think I can tell one of the jokes?
Go for it.
Yes. Okay. So Ghost becomes Super Saiyan for the first time, and it's a big deal. And everybody's like, "What the hell?" And it's like, "This is amazing." He's like, the Super Saiyan, and we thought that they didn't exist, etc., etc. And then it comes to King Kai, and he looks at the screen. He's like, "And he's the only one, right?" He says, I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen, because they told that joke over with me. Somebody who hasn't asked. There's somebody I'm supposed to call on. They wanted to do a message. Yes. Did you want to do that now?
Yeah.
Do you want to explain the premise? Because I don't know.
They get married on Halloween next month.
Okay.
And I just wanted to do a message instead of Kyber's voice.
They want me to do a message to them instead of Kyber because they're getting married. The most joyous of
You're a
characters.
British fan, so.
Oh, okay. Did you want me to say anything in particular, or?
And just say congratulations and Kyber's
So Kyber would never congratulate anyone.
Just say they're kind.
And then just say like,
Are you filming?
yes.
Okay. What's their names?
Beaver and Cara.
Beaver and Kara. Hello, Beaver and Kara. I heard you just got married. Screw the matrimony. Well. I was going to say, screw the rules, you have matrimony.
Day 2.
It'll be all right on the night. Hi, Beaver and Kara. I heard you just got married. Screw the rules, you have matrimony. Get it? Because it's like money on his matrimony. It's funny. Anybody else have any, yes?
I was wondering, could you satisfy my inner and outer fangirl by saying
Inner and outer.
Is that what she's propositioning him?
by saying our favourite line from the Yu-Gi-Oh movie, One Beyond Song,
Absolutely.
when Pegasus is basically almost getting by the movie and he's like, "Oh no, it's my worst fear, I've been on stage."
Absolutely. Freaking Pegasus is funny every time he shows up in that movie, and I'm very intimidated to write that movie because there's no way I'm going to make Pegasus funnier than he was. It's very scary. But I will absolutely do that. Oh no, it's my worst fear. I've been upstage. I got to go all the way to New York to see the Yu-Gi-Oh! 3D movie because I didn't know if it was going to come out here because they hadn't announced it. Then, like a week before I leave, they announced that it's actually coming out here. But you couldn't go to see it unless you were attending the movie with a young adult.
You could.
It was ridiculous to me.
They did show it in London.
Oh. I flew to New York to see the Yu-Gi-Oh! movie. I got to the customs desk and they were like, "Why are you here to see the Yu-Gi-Oh! movie?" They actually kept me in a room for like an hour with a bunch of people who couldn't speak English sitting next to me, and they were like, they brought me up and they were like, "So why are you here?" "To see the Yu-Gi-Oh! movie." Go all the way for that. Yeah. Little Kuriboh, I'm famous on the internet. You can Google it, you'll see my face next to my name. And they were like, "Why didn't you just tell the customs guy?" I was like, "I did." They let me through, no problem. Well, no problem aside from that. Way on back on the right there. Yes.
Well, you're voice acting for Camp for Abridged, and I was just wondering what your general reaction to that series was. And in general, one particular moment, which if you've seen the series, you with the dun 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 dun.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Talking about the two episode
Yeah.
special, which was absolutely atrocious.
Oh god, so horrifying.
What? Describe it for me.
Well, basically, you know how Kakashi does this
Oh,
thing
yes.
with Orochi? Basically, Shizuku
I'm putting
does
my fingers up your button.
because she's been possessed. She does that to get around to being possessed. So basically, she just sticks her fingers up her ass, just try and get her arm being How else could I say?
She successfully inserted her fingers
In a Fanto.
Inserting her digits into the Koto rectum.
There we go.
That's the whole debonair way.
Okay. But my reaction to the series was I haven't actually seen the Camphor series, but I've seen, obviously, Moscow made Camphor Abridged, and if you come to his panel tomorrow, you'll see the fantastic final episode that he made, and he's, obviously, everybody give a round of applause to Moscow. Fantastic job of that show, and I don't think I'd ever need to see the show because from what I've heard, he did a much better job than the actual guys who made it did. It's much more palatable, in my opinion. The Team Fortress jokes are amazing. But I, as a voice actor for the show, my reaction, I was very happy to be involved. I'm just glad my fingers didn't go in anybody's rectum. Have I offended you? Are you XL?
What?
Are you XL? Are you cosplaying as Excel?
No.
Who is you? What?
She's Terra. Terra. She's a different Dissidia version, but I think.
Oh, okay. Well, it's cool. It's cool. You look great. She looks great, doesn't she? I thought she was deeply offended. Any other questions? Yes, you.
I'm actually running a bit behind on you watching videos online, but I happen to see you.
I'm running behind on making them.
I'm a little further behind on that. I recently saw your when you did one of these in Sydney.
Oh yes.
So I was wondering, has anyone ever asked you any questions and disturbed you more deeply
than the Taya penguin?
Yeah.
Oh no. There are screenshots of my face being like, "Do not want." She was actually insanely good at that. She was in like for those of you who haven't seen it, there's a video of me on a panel in Sydney for a convention called Smash, which was an incredible experience. Just to be in Sydney for a start, and the convention was great. But there was this girl who came up to the microphone for the questions, and she had a bridal gown on, and she was like, "My question is for Yugi. Are we ever going back to the place with all the penguins?" And her voice was uncannily like Takahata 101's, and it was just like, I didn't know how to react. It was like one of those rare occasions where, I mean, I'm not saying that I'm more entertaining than you guys, but it was one of the rare occasions where I think the fans totally stole the show from me because they were just insane. They were hilarious. But I don't know if anybody's ever disturbed me. Well, somebody just asked me if I'd slept with that guy. And I told me to real. I was like, no, he was my friend. Oh, right. But it was a very fun experience. And she actually came to another convention that I went to in Australia as well, but she wasn't dressed in a bridal gown. I'm not sure why she was dressed in a bridal gown. I never asked. But, what happened, dude?
Boo.
Okay. So, what other crimes should we do?